Sorry, I didn't see you there. Hello everyone, I'm Kayla from the 2 Days, 1 Night Ep.1 TV show on the Global Viewers episode. I'm back with our part 3 of our behind the scenes commentary that I've been doing. I want to thank everybody so much for all of your questions, all of your love and support that you've been giving me while I've been doing these behind the scenes commentary of my time on this Korean TV show. I'm going to try to get through this commentary, or this intro of the commentary, very fast because there's a lot left of this episode, and I was really hoping to finish it in this video. Try not to make it too long so that in the next part we can start on episode 2, which is where the good stuff starts happening. So one more time, I want to thank everybody. If you have any questions or comments that I didn't answer in this video, comment below and let me know, or find me on Instagram, which is at KAY_PALMS, and I would be more than happy to answer your question or answer it in my next video. So without further ado, let's go. So we are starting off with MC Ding Dong coming in and joining the party. I was laughing so hard at his really cool speaker luggage thing that he was dragging around with him, throwing confetti in the air. We were all having a really good time. I recognized him from being on the show before. I recognized him from being on quite a few episodes before. But at the exact same time, I still had no clue what he was saying. Also, it's still really early in the morning here. I would say it was probably like maybe 8 or 9 at this point. We'd started filming at like 7-ish, so I would say maybe it was about 8 or 9 at this point. He's explaining the game and I have no clue what's going on. I have to lean into Idu and Jung Junyoung, who are constantly telling me what is happening. And while this is going on, while he's doing the introduction, I want to give a little side note. I was told that I got a lot of negative comments. Yeah, I really didn't know what he said about the fact that Jung Junyoung and I were like always next to each other a lot. See right there, he's leaning around asking me if I understand what's happening. That's because I don't understand anything that anybody is saying. So most of the episode, that's me telling Mike that I don't know how the heck I'm gonna do this. Most of the episode, Jung Junyoung and I were next to each other a lot, and I got a lot of hate because of that, because I spent a lot of time next to him and I didn't really understand that because he was on my team. But for all of you who are curious, or all of you who were the ones who wrote the comments, I didn't understand Korean, and so JJY was so nice and understanding of that fact. So he stood next to me for most of the filming so that he could whisper in my ear and he could translate for me constantly. We were getting talked to in Korean and giving instructions in Korean and getting told all these things that we needed to do in Hangul. I had no clue what was going on, so I was next to Jung Junyoung most of the time because he was being a kind member and constantly translating for me. So if you have any more questions about it, please comment and let me know. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. I was really thankful that he was by my side to translate the whole time, because I would not have been able to do as well on the show as I did if it wasn't for him. So I'm appreciative of him for that. So I'm actually going to skip a little bit through the Kukungta game because I don't have many stories from this game. I know very select Korean words, and when Jong Ping was sitting in front of me, so I was like begging her, I was telling her some words that I knew. I was like, please try to find a word that ends in like mekju or soju, or what do I know, only alcohol. I was trying to find words she could give me an ending to that I could say, and she got handed a really hard word. So unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way. And the only reason I was able to pass this round, which was the practice round, was because Jongping gave me the word. They don't show it in this clip. They show me answering the word, which I say is strange in Korean. They show me answering that word, but that's because Jongping in front of me went like this and told me the word. PD didn't argue against because it's me. So thank you, PD. So I love how they drag us here. Of course, there's so many words that we could use with bo. There are so many, and now that I'm out of it, I can think about it. I love how they drag us to pieces here. Yeah, nope, wasn't gonna do it. I already stood up, and in fact, PD laughed at me. They don't show that part, but PD Il-young was laughing at me because he was counting. They don't show the part where they were counting down from 10 for me. They gave me 10 whole seconds, and like at 6 seconds left, I started grabbing my stuff to leave, and PD started laughing because I didn't even let him finish counting. I just knew I wasn't gonna get through it. When he walks over to us over here, we're all like huddled under the shade, and there wasn't really that much room for him. And he comes over, and if you can see, I give him a towel to sit on because I'm trying to be a good guest on their show. And so I found the last towel left that we were all sitting on, and I gave it to him to sit on right there. Wah! I was trying to be kind. And none of us over here speak Korean very well. So Kim Jong-min is kind of a little bit to himself, but the thing is he still tries to talk to us. No, he wasn't as silly and goofy as when the camera's directly on him, but it's exhausting. We're so tired. It's exhausting to be fully turned on when the cameras are on you. When he was sitting over there with us, he wasn't as silly and goofy and talkative as normal, but we were still having great conversation, which means that it's not like he's being fake for the camera. He's just being extra for the camera. And I still think that's still him. So I love that. I thought it was so great how we tied for 4th and there was no 5th place, so they gave Jungmin 6th place. So I didn't know if this was the question that he was asking, because if Jung Jin-young was sitting next to me, like in the rest of the episode, he would have leaned over and asked me that question in English so that I could have answered it. One of my most memorable places, I love when they go to Busan. Busan is beautiful. I've always wanted to go. Did you know? Actually, I take it back. I was on Ep.1 to do some crazy ass shit, so I would have gone wherever they sent me and done whatever they wanted me to do, because I was there to have like as crazy of this experience as I could possibly have. Mind you, right now, we're still out on this stairs that we've been sitting for like hours. It's really hot. It's probably about 10 a.m. at this point. We had all seen the board sitting over there in the corner, so we knew it was coming. When we were sitting up on the stairs earlier, we could see them getting it ready over in the corner. I don't know why I was so shocked, because I knew it was coming. It was just really exciting to see the famous Ep.1 board being brought out. And now there's some really funny stories that go along with this board. So as we're spinning it, I'm going to tell you what actually happened that they didn't show and how this board kept malfunctioning over and over and over again. They had to teach me what all 3 of those meant, so while we spun the wheel, I could cheer for the right one. So they sent me up to play 가위바위보, which apparently I suck at. I lost right away. Like, right away. I've always wanted to play 가위바위보 on Ep.1, and I lose the very first game. Come on, 가위바위보 gods. So as she is spinning, I'm going to explain to you what happened to this board. The wind was so strong that day, it would just keep spinning, or sometimes it would stop and spin in the opposite direction. It would just keep going and finally stop, and then boom, it would roll backwards in the opposite direction, almost in an entire circle. They cut a lot of that out. It really was a big fail because it just kept spinning, and then it would spin backwards, then it would keep spinning. One time they even had to respin. I don't think they show the respin, but they had to respin one time because the board just kept spinning and then spinning the other way and spinning. And they almost got mountain. And we were like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to hike a mountain. I know that I had 3 extra days in Seoul after filming ended. Being in Seoul, I wasn't really gonna have the opportunity to like go into nature and hike in Korea. And I'm a huge avid hiker. I love nature. I love the outdoors. So when we spun mountain, I was like on the outside, oh darn, but on the inside I was like, oh yes, I want to hike. Even though I hadn't slept in 2 days at this point. Literally 2 days. It's been 2 days since I slept right at this moment. Maybe one day I will have enough money off YouTube that I can pay for YouTube Red. And there goes C, which is wonderful because I really wanted Anisha to get C because she'd never even seen the ocean before. She's landlocked in Nepal and she's never been to the sea. So I was really happy for her that she got Pada. The reason we're rolling second to last or last was because of me. So sad. And then it would roll in the opposite direction for so long. They're not showing it. They literally cut out how much it actually rolls in the opposite direction. There was one time that Defcon was standing behind it, and it looked like he was spinning it. It really did. It looked like it. And so I came running out, and I was like, Dashi, again, like spin again, look at him. And they cut that part out, where I believe they actually respun it because it looked like he was spinning it, which was why in that scene, we're all pointing at them to keep their hands off the board, and they do. They're like this, but that's because it's their second spin, because their first spin, it looked like Defcon was holding the back, spinning it. Jumping, fighting! And of course, it lands and keeps going at C. But we need to go to the mountain because C was already chosen. Hey, Jung Jin-young is lucky. Get off his case. I was low-key excited though, because I really did want to go to a mountain and hike. That's what I wanted to do. So this is another backstory of this beautiful board. There were 3 layers on top of it that had different things for us to spin to tell us where we were going. And the layers kept falling off, so we knew what was underneath it. Kept kind of falling off here and there. Me and Chateon and Defcon kept going up to it and trying to retape it. Me just because I was on this side and they were on the other side of it. And so we kept trying to retape it. Donggu was up there trying to retape it. We would spin again and it would kind of fall off and we'd have to go up there and retape it to the board. So we all kind of saw what was underneath the layer because the top layer peeled off on accident. And then it landed on whichever one you wanted for the second spin in a row. And to be honest, if it had landed on whichever one you wanted, our group probably would have still chosen Namsan just because it was the easiest hike and it was in Seoul, so we didn't have to go anywhere. And then they peel it off for the third time. When we were all chanting for Namsan here, I still didn't really quite understand what Namsan was. I just knew it meant we didn't have to leave Seoul. It's worth visiting here at least once. Man, I would have loved to come visit you. I wanted to leave Seoul. I wanted to go hiking, but I knew everyone else didn't, so I was rooting for Namsan. And we got it. So all of the teams, all of us got to go exactly where we wanted to go on our spins, which was really cool because nobody ended up being put at a place that was dreadful or terrible or someplace that they didn't want to go visit. We all got lucky and got put at the exact location that we genuinely wanted. So we were all super gung-ho and excited about our day. They pass around this pumpkin candy for us to try, and I didn't actually eat it. I didn't know we were supposed to eat it. I just put it in my back pocket, and I found it really melted at the end of the day. Turns out we were supposed to make it at the end of the night because it's a tradition to hand make this pumpkin candy by stirring it for 8 hours. As we'll reveal later on in this video, somebody may or may not have lost. Yeah. So this is us back up in the KBS lobby. We all hiked up back the stairs. We were getting our microphones changed. We were taking a break. All the celebs were getting sunscreen put on them. We were doing bathroom breaks. We were all getting ready to head out. This actually took about half an hour before we left. They just cut that real fast to make it look like we were only up there. He wanted to combine our money so that we all had a total of $13. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I wanted to be nice. Grace patting my back. Jung Jun-young was not mad at me, but he was annoyed that I took that money so we could combine it. But come on, Kim Jong-min is on our team. We're all like in this together now. This was definitely an awkward, but cool awkward. Like, we're still trying to get to know each other van ride. And I didn't speak any Korean. So, and I keep saying that over and over. I'm hoping that I don't have to keep reiterating the fact that my Korean sucks. Here, they'll cut out in between all of the seconds that they take to like explain to Kayla again what that question is. See, Jung Jun-young just asked in Korean, what is my favorite episode? And I said the Quit Smoking Project. I mean, they didn't show where they were actually explaining to me, wow, my face is shiny. Holy crap, it was that hot that I was sweating that much? So we're all sitting here on this bus. Kim Jong-min is sitting in this tiny little fold-up seat. It's hard to sit in, and we're all kind of like in a haze. We can't believe we're on the famous travel bus that the members are on with all the curtains pulled. And it's very fancy in this bus. I've never seen anything like that in the United States with all of these little tassels everywhere and all these curtains and shit. I just wanted to get to know everybody on our bus. Like, Linda was next to me. She was really kind. I just wanted to get to know everybody better. Oh, Han River, that's where I really wanted to go. In fact, I wrote that. I forgot. I wrote that on my application. They asked to like where you wanted to go the most while you were on the show. And I said, all I wanted to do was be on a boat on the Han River. That would be like ideal to me. I think that would be so cool to be on a boat on the Han River. And guess where we go? The Han River for a boat. That's the end of episode 1 of our global viewers tour. So stay put. I will be jumping back on here real soon, I hope, to do part 1 of episode 2, which I'm really excited for because episode 2 is where we really start getting into the games. We actually go places that were cut from the filming, so I'll get to talk about some of the things that we did. We got to run through sprinklers. That wasn't shown. We all signed these beautiful memorial placards that we put on a statue out on the dock. That wasn't shown. There was quite a few things that we did that had to be cut because of time-wise, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. It's going to be so much fun. If you have any more questions or comments or concerns, as adults say, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. I hope to see you at my next video. Can you say 안녕?
안녕.
안녕.